Hi YouTube, Mr. User Boss here, and this is my first impressions, unboxing and gameplay of Pokemon Omega Ruby on the Nintendo 3DS. So this is not the kind of game I would normally buy, but this has been sent to me by Shop2 as a gift, so thanks to them for that. So yeah, I'm just going to be taking a look at the game and telling you what I think on first impressions, so maybe playing about 10 minutes into it and just, yeah, giving you my opinions. But the box art is super awesome. I absolutely love this. I think they've put really good attention to detail in this, and this is one of their best arts yet. Now clearly this is also compatible with 2DS, which is actually doing very well at the minute apparently. I mean, according to the sales figures, although behind the 3DS and the 3DS XL, the introduction of the 2DS has definitely helped to consolidate Nintendo's lineup, especially with Christmas on the horizon. So this game is actually based off the Ruby and Sapphire that were released roughly 10 years ago on the Game Boy Advance, and although, I mean, it's meant to be a literal remake, I think they've actually included quite a few extra features and things to do. On top of that, we have some of the things coming over from X and Y, things like Mega Evolutions, which are obviously going to continue to keep up the sort of variety in the game, and this is just not going to be the same thing as playing the old game. I have to say, the cartridge is something I really like. This is probably the best looking 3DS cart I've ever seen. It's kind of got that sort of diamond ruby kind of look, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to be inside the 3DS, so not really a thing. Now another thing I thought I'd let you guys know is I've actually managed to get my hands on the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Well, I've ordered it and it's actually apparently been dispatched, even though this is before the supposed release date, so I don't know, it could have been a fault with the listing in the store. We'll see if it actually turns up, but if it does, that could be pretty awesome, so I could have that in maybe a week or so, which is pretty cool. Now, coming on to the game itself, this is really good. I mean, the actual amount of detail they managed to get onto this game is really impressive. I mean, considering the resolution of the 3DS XL screen, considering the power of its internals, this game looks really impressive. In fact, I'd go as far to say this is one of the best looking games on the system, probably rivaling obviously X and Y, but at the same time other games like Super Mario 3D Land and that kind of thing. And with the game as deep and immersive and long as Pokemon, that's something to really sort of brag about. Now, I think one thing that this game really relies on is nostalgia. So they've actually faithfully recreated almost every single scene exactly as you remember it, just in a full 3D environment, and there's going to be a lot of those moments when you think, oh yeah, I remember this point when you played the original, and it's just going to be a really nice experience. But of course there's going to be so much new stuff. There's apparently a lot to do after you've completed the main story too, so that's going to keep people busy, and fans of the series who complained that X and Y had very little to do are going to be pretty satisfied with this one. But I mean, I think there's one real thing which is really kind of getting on people's nerves about this game, and I suppose Pokemon as a whole, is the lack of difficulty. So I mean, these games are probably only going to be challenging to a very small audience, and you know, maybe very young kids, but apart from that, people should literally just be able to walk through this game. And considering the sort of potential of this game to be really hardcore, and considering the actual amount of audience who wishes that it was, I think that they really should just introduce a difficulty mode. You know, just a way to maybe reduce the amount of experience you get from battle, or increase the level of enemies that you fight. Anything, you know, it's literally a very simple fix as well, and I can't understand why Pokemon don't implement that, because, you know, people have to set their own challenges to themselves to really make this game even at all difficult. So even though Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are using the same graphics engine as Pokemon X and Y, they have updated a lot of the animations. You can see that there's now more attention to detail with the finer things, and a lot of the actual initial lags that we had in X and Y, especially when the 3D were on, have now been sorted out, which is really great to see. And I'm guessing that with the new 3DS and 3DS XL, the game will probably run a little bit faster, with faster loading times, which is a huge bonus really. So I mean, the current reviews on this game have been kind of mixed. I mean, some reviewers have sort of said, you know, wow, this is exactly what we wanted, this is the exact same game, but just everything is just better. And that's kind of the impression I'm getting here. However, some reviewers, you may have seen IGN's quite controversial review, where it gave the game a 7.8 out of 10, claiming there was too much water. I would take those reviews with a pinch of salt. I think that if you're a fan of the series, I would not hold back getting this game. It seems to be everything that we kind of wanted, and it's gonna deliver. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more.